So obviously we will talk about ring enhancing lesion in the brain. We will talk first about the etiology, and then we'll see some differential diagnosis, and finally how to approach ring enhancing lesion in an exam. So first, let us talk about the etiology. All of us, we know the mnemonic magic doctor. M is metastasis, A is abscesses, but actually I prefer to remember them according to the etiology. So it can be neoplastic, it can be infectious, it can be vascular causes or other. Neoplastic like metastasis, GBM and lymphoma. Infectious like pyogenic abscess, TB and toxoplasma. Vascular like subacute hemorrhage and infarction and radiation necrosis. And lastly, the demyelinating disease. Each of these diseases the patient will present differently. We know that demyelination occurs usually in younger patients, GBM in elderly person. Metastasis will be seen in patients who has primary neoplasm, lymphoma and toxoplasma in immunocompromised patients. If the patient have history of travel to endemic area, then we can suspect tuberculosis. In case of brain abscess, the patients will be very sick and will have short history. In hemorrhagic or infarction stroke, the patient will have acute symptoms. We really need to differentiate between those three causes, which are abscess, metastasis, and GBM. Let us start with pyogenic abscess. Usually will be seen as thin, regular wall enhancing lesion with significant surrounding edema. The wall can be thin on its medial side, and it can rupture into the ventricle, causing catastrophic ventriculitis. And really we need to diagnose that and drain the abscess before that happens. The most important sequence is diffusion weighted image, and we can see strong centrally diffusion restricted area, which represent pus within that abscess. Metastasis and GBM will not have central diffusion restriction. The metastasis will be seen as ring enhancing lesion, and the enhancement is very well defined and regular with significant surrounding edema. In GBM, it's really not a ring enhancement, it's a heterogeneous irregular peripheral enhancement. The lesion is heterogeneous due to central area of hemorrhage and necrosis. Either some restriction we can see here in the periphery, but not within the necrotic center. Both metastasis and GBM will not have central restricted diffusion. The lesion which has centrally restricted diffusion is subacute hemorrhagic stroke, as you can see in this case. But other features can help us to differentiating from the abscess, which is this peripheral dark rim, which represents hemosiderin deposition. Also, it will have internal blood product, as we can see hyperintensity in this T1 image. And because this is a subacute stage to start to form ring enhancement, the surrounding edema usually subsided, and it's much less comparing with the pyogenic abscess. Lymphoma can form ring enhancing lesion in immunocompromised patients as the centers start to necrotize. And usually the restriction will be seen in the periphery of the lesion, not centrally. And also edema surrounding lymphoma is much less than the abscess or metastasis. Demyelinating diseases usually occur in young patients, as we said. It has characteristic open ring enhancements, not a complete ring. It can have surrounding edema, but usually no mass effect. Usually there is no restriction diffusion, but if there is some restriction, we can see it at the periphery of demyelinating region. In case of tuberculosis, usually manifested as leptomeningitis. However, tuberculomas, as in this case, appear as ring-enhancing lesion with surrounding pathogenic edema, has its characteristic feature on T2, as we can see it as low or intermediate signal, and this helps to differentiate it from tubercular abscess. The tuberculomas usually has no restricted diffusion. Okay, let us talk now about the double rim sign case of abscess. Let us zoom here. So this is the abscess. We can see the double rim, which is an hyper-intense internal rim, which represents the granulation tissue, and hypo-intense peripheral rim, which represents the fibrocartilaginous capsule. and usually after contrast, this dark rim will enhance. This comparing with GPM, this dark rim, it's actually an irregular and nodular rim of hypointense foci which represents hemosiderin deposition due to microbleeds. And the enhancement will occur outside this dark rim, as we can see comparing with this area. So it will enhance in this region. Finally, in case of exam, first we have to characterize the lesion, its enhancement, surrounding edema, number of the lesions, and their distribution. It's crucial to ask for diffusion image. If there is central restriction, then it's abscess, and you have to urgently call the neurosurgeon to drain it. If it's no restriction, then it's a neoplasm. As we said, maybe we can see peripheral restriction in GPM and lymphoma and demyelination. Ask about patient immunity. If he is immunocompromised, think about toxoplasma or lymphoma. If he has travel history to endemic areas, then TB can be suspected. If the case was a metastasis, then ask for CT, chest, abdomen, and pelvis. In case of metastasis in female, ask for triple assessment of the breast. If the case was brain abscess, then look for the sources of this abscess, which can be local spread from PNS or mastoids, or from left to right shunt, like pulmonary AVM or congenital heart diseases. So you have to ask for any available chest X-ray, and you can advise echocardiography. Look for the complication of the abscess, like meningitis, ventriculitis, which will appear bright on flare, and also look for dural sinus thrombosis. Finally, advise an urgent neurological consultation. And thank you for watching.